Hi, welcome back. Today we are going to move on to the next topic, which is called exponential equations. So, what is exactly exponential equation all about? So, let's learn about this thing. Firstly, you need to understand that we are talking about an equation, right? So, equation means there should be something equals to something, right? That means if I am taking a very simple example, suppose 2 to the power x plus 1 will be equals to 1 over 8. How we are going to solve the value for x? Question is solve for x, right? So this is an equation right now that we have here. Firstly, your work is to convert everything in the base power, right? Base power means everything should be in the smallest exponential form or index form, right? So 2 is already a very small prime number here, which I cannot split further. So I'm writing 2 as it is. But later on, I can see that 1 over 8. I can write it as, instead of 1 over 8, I can write 1 over 2 to the power 3. Correct? Because 2 times 2 is giving you 8. Okay? And this 8 is now converted into the numerator power. So that means it should be shifted to the numerator, and this gives you this negative 3 power. This is which law? This is a to the power m is equal to, when you have a negative power, then we are going to reciprocal it. So this is the law that we have used, and this is a reciprocated form here, right? We can use it in both ways, left to right or right to left. Now I can see the bases are same, so I'm using an imply sign and writing x plus 1 will be directly equals to negative 3, because the bases are going to be cancelled out, which we are not going to show, and the implier sign means that the powers are also equal. So x is basically negative 3, negative 1. So x is negative 4. That's how it should be. Okay. So let's take few more examples. Again, we have to find it for the x, and 25 raised to power x plus 1 equals to 5. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to firstly check what exactly we can split up. So 5 is already a splitted number, which I cannot split further, but 25 I can split, right? So instead of 25, I can write 5 raised to power 2 power x plus 1, right? Now I can use one more law. That's a third law, which we talked about it yesterday. So that law says we are going to multiply this, right? So that was a to the power m times n equals to a to the power m times n, right? So that's the law that we have used here. So it will give you 5 raised to power 2x plus 2, and this is going to multiply with both the numbers, right? And this is 5 raised to power 1. If nothing is there, that is automatically meaning 1. Okay. Now I got the same basis. Now I can use my imply sign and write 2x plus 2 is equal to 1. So 2x is coming out to be 1 over 2x is coming out to be 1 minus 2. So that is negative 1 over 2 now. Okay, so that's your final solution. This is the normal algebraic rule, right? Normally, how you solve it, that's the way we are talking here. All right. Now, let's take one more example. If I'm writing 4 to the power 2x equals to 8 to the power negative x. Okay. So, again, we have to solve it for the x. now I can see that this is 4 and 8, right? In the bases. I can split this up and make it in two forms. So there are two types, or no, I mean to say that we can do it with the two methods, right? As I can see that 4 and 8 are actually not the multiple of anything. 4 and 8 are going to be the multiples of 2. So I'm going to split this up in 2. So I can write 2 raised to power 2 times 2x, and this can be written as 2 raised to power 3 times negative x, right? Now I can write the by applying the MN rule, so it becomes 4x here and it becomes negative 3x here. Okay, then I'm using the imply sign and writing the final solution. 4x is equals to negative 3x, right? And now I can say that 4x plus 3x is equal to 0, right? And the 7x is equal to 0, so x comes out to be 0, right? 0 over 7 doesn't mean anything, so we are simply going to write it as 0. Now today I'm going to discuss few more examples which are concluding all the things together, or maybe some more questions based on this. So let's try it out. Suppose I'm writing a very simple question here. Simplify. Simplify means you just need to solve it. They are not saying the positive answer, negative indices, or anything. You just simply need to solve it till the very end that you can get. So it's x square y square and over 5 x square whole square. So now you need to understand which has a bracket on it, and there is a power outside the bracket, right? So I can see that this is the outside power here, right? Outside power means that I can write it like this: 5x square times square y square, right? Because these are two numbers, two different numbers, and both will take the power 2, because outside there is a 2 lying here, right? So we are squaring that thing, right? And now here I can see 5x square is having a whole square here. So that means I'm going to write it as 5 square and x squares square. Okay. Now I can simply see that without simplifying it, I can easily cancel this one and this one. Okay. And 5 y square over 25 is left in the denominator. Now you can cancel this one as well, right? So it is giving you 5. So the answer is y square over 5. That's your solution for this. Let's take another example. If I'm writing 6x by 5 divided by 9x square y 5, how do we solve it? So as this is in division form, right? So I'm simply going to write it in division so that you understand it better. So it's 9x square y to the power 5. Can you see that y to the power 5 and y to the power 5 are same? So I'm simply going to cancel this, and this thing is coming in 3's tables. So it's 3 2's are 6 and 3 3's are 9, right? And x is power here 1, and here we have power 2. So my final answer is going to be 2 over 3 by x here. Okay.